In the second race of the new Supercross season, Eli Tomac took his first win since 2024 and held the red plate for the first time since 2023. At round 3, his longtime rival, Ken Roczen, didn't win, but did seize the red plate and the points lead for the first time since 2022. The red plate was last on a Suzuki in 2016, also Roczen's, of course. For the first time in Supercross history, 2 vet class legal racers swapped the points lead. Legends still hold sway. But we also witnessed another chapter in Jett Lawrence's ascendance to similar status. For the first time this year, Lawrence was the fastest in both qualifying sessions, and the writing was on the wall for the first win of his sophomore season. After a troubled second round, Jason Anderson returned to the podium for the second time this season, taking point after passing early leader Justin Cooper, leading well past the halfway point and hanging on for third. But with just under 6 minutes left, both Lawrence and Roczen worked their way past the Kawasaki. With light rain turning the track slippery, Tomac spun on the gate and exited the first turn at the back of the pack. Eli was strangely slow to get going, circulating in the back half of the field for the first half of the race. After a 7th place result, Eli tumbles from points leader to a tie with Lawrence for third, but with just 5 points separating the top 4 riders. His star teammate, Cooper Webb, finished 1 spot further back. And while we haven't yet seen the best Cooper has to offer, Webb is still just 10 back in 5th. Remember, nearly 70% of the time, the winner of Anaheim II has gone on to capture the title. Arizona has an underrated Supercross history, with important battles and moments from Sun Devil Stadium to Chase Field and into State Farm Stadium. 2025 marks the 31st time Supercross will visit Arizona, and it could again be a pivotal round of the championship. When the series first stopped in Tempe, Arizona, it was 1986. Rick Johnson won that inaugural event and clinched his first championship aboard a factory Honda over teammate David Bayle. The very next year, Kawasaki's Jeff Ward won both the Tempe race and the championship.
Is it gonna be Johnson? Is it gonna be Ward? Jeff Ward on the gas on the KX250 Kawasaki. Looking good. He'll pick up a bunch of points on Johnson if they finish in this order. Look at Johnson. He's riding like a madman. And he's right up behind Wardy. And now they're getting into traffic. Can Johnson pass him? It is Ward number 3 into the slabs of a sandpit. Johnson riding like a madman in second. Comes right up behind Ward. Can Ward withstand the pressure? 28,000 people screaming him on.
After a 3-year hiatus, the race was back on the schedule for 1991.
Once the starting gate drops, and it's going to drop any second, now those butterflies, I'm told, go away. And here they go, headed toward corner number 1 in that treacherous corner that we alluded to. And would you look at that, all of the riders are making it through all right. That is an unbelievable sight. Jeff Stanton, that is a believable sight. Out front, he's followed closely by, look at that, Mark Fisher, rider number 14, in second place, the veteran. And I might add, the last time we raced here in 1987, the winner of this event, that was Jeff Ward aboard the Kawasaki. We've got the good ones up front. Jean-micheal Bayle is running just off the pace as the rest of the field sorts themselves out. Back to the leaderboard, and already Ward is trying to go to work on Stanton. He had a wheel on the inside, but Stanton just bullied his way around that corner to hold on to the number 1 spot. We have Jeff Stanton. He's the veteran, 29 years of age, is Jett Lawrence. Jett Ward has been challenging all year long. He's been as fast on the racetrack as anyone. The veteran, 29 years of age, as I stated. He's riding in a sport that's considered to be a young man's game, but Ford is kind of proving them wrong.
He has won from Sherwood, Michigan, the Supercross Championship the past 2 years. He's looking to become only the second rider in the history of the sport to win 3 titles. The other one, of course, was Bob Hurricane Hanna. And you know this rivalry between Stanton and Bayle, they're teammates, but on the track, they're the 2 guys that have done all the winning this year. In 7 events, they've each won 3. To see some more of that before this one ends, you can put that one in the bank. 2 times a world champ, Jean-micheal Bayle, rider number 8 through the sandpit. And the Bayle is looking good. He is so smooth, but there was a quick look at that blue flag that we alluded to earlier. That means that a rider is being lapped, and it's just a cautionary measure to it. There goes Bayle, you're right to the inside, and Bayle used all the technique that he's learned in becoming a world champion 2 different times. He applied it to Supercross and made the pass, went to the inside, and Mercedes, it was a thing of beauty. That's the only way the young Frenchman knows how to ride. 22 years of age, currently residing in Redondo Beach, California, and now he's trying to draw a bead on Jeff Ward. He can see him. He's a long straightaway ahead. He can see him up there, and in fact, look, let's make that a short straightaway ahead. There was Ward around the corner, and there was Bayle right behind him. Bayle might well be right now the fastest rider on the racetrack.
And Jeff Ward right now knows Bayle's behind him, so he's trying to even pick up the pace. And as you can see, they both reeled in Stanton. This could become a real interesting race.
There goes Bayle on the inside. That's where he made the pass on Mike Fisher. He had that line wired, and he takes over second. And there is Jeff Stanton in front of him. This one is not over. Here's the battle we've been looking for all year long between Stanton and Bayle.
Well, I tell you right now, Bayle's looking like he's reeling in Stanton, and he's been passing everybody on that finish. Well, actually, the starting line corner. He's going to set up Bayle, I think, right there.
We take a look at round 7 of the Supercross Series.
There he goes.
Look at that, the same place. Now, Stanton has a chance. Stanton knows the next time around that Bayle is going to hug that inside line, so it's going to be interesting to see where he elects to go. Will he go to the inside, or will he go to the outside? What's your guess?
Well, I tell you, yeah, that was Bayle's mistake maybe to try a little too early because he gave it away. And like you said, Stanton's well aware of it, and Stanton's not a dumb rider. He's going to protect that line.
Well, we'll see what happens. They're crossing that finish line jump, heading toward that sweeping corner. And the question is going to be when they get there, whether or not Stanton will take that same high line or if he'll cut to the inside. See, he held it in just a little bit tighter that time. Bayle still got a wheel in, and look at that. It's going to be enough. Bayle has made the pass. Stanton tried to protect the corner, but Bayle
Look at Stanton
coming right back at him. You know he's upset. You know, Bayle, the master. Look at that. Through the sand, he is unbelievable. Jean-micheal Bayle has taken over the number 1 spot in this one, and he's going to streak on to the win. It's history. Jean-micheal Bayle, fist up in the air, and he wins it. He wins round 8. That's his 4th win of the season. Stanton has won 3. Bradshaw has won 1. And it looks more and more like these Honda teammates are going to continue their domination as this season rolls on.
Bayle was the third of 3 riders in 3 attempts to win in Arizona and go on to capture the championship. History also shows that it would be the Frenchman who would dominate the rest of the season, also adding the 250 and 500 outdoor trophies to his mantle in the same year. The only man to ever do so. Arguably the most talented motorcycle racer ever, J&B would soon move to 500cc road racing on the world stage. Legend. Side note, the winner of the 125 class that night was a kid named Jeff Emig, besting another legend to be, Jeremy McGrath.
It looked pretty scary there for a little bit.
Through that sand pit, no problem that time around. Everything well under control for this young man. Rider number 18, Jimmy Gaddis, takes the checkered flag, whips it from, not Jimmy Gaddis, excuse me, but Jeff Emig. He took that checkered flag and whipped it sideways, and here comes Jeremy McGrath. Now he's going to finish in the number 3 position. Ahead of him was Mike Craig, rider number 88 aboard the Kawasaki. We didn't see a lot of Craig during that race, and McGrath is pumped about what he did, almost landed on that lapper in front of him. I guess that's one of the dangers of showing off over the finish line.
6 years later, at the next race to be held in Tempe, it was McGrath and Emig scoring off again. The defending indoor champion had left Honda. Jeffro was riding the momentum of the previous year's outdoor title. And history would repeat itself once again.
5 to 10 seconds, and that gate will drop, and we'll be underway to see who wins the Grand. It is
a gift for Jeff Emig and McGrath. Great starts.
Okay, back to the leader, Jeff Emig now. Emig, and guess who? Number 1, Jeremy McGrath in good position. 2 races this year, 2 different winners on 2 different brands. Can Jeff Emig hold on to make it 3 different winners on 3 different brands? I don't know. Jeremy McGrath has got good momentum there in second place, and it looks like he's catching Jeff Emig as they cut out of the corner. Here's Jeremy McGrath. He's cut a second off on that lap on Emig's lead now. He's only 2 seconds behind the Kawasaki machine of Jeff Emig.
He's the fastest guy on the racetrack right now. Emig and Albertine and Larry Ward, Huffman, all those guys stayed the same that time, but Jeremy moved away from the guys behind him and closer to Emig.
The concentration of YNCOs as he goes to his pit board. Taste it. And that is exactly what Jeremy McGrath is doing. Pulling up within a bike length of Jeff Emig here in the early going of our 250 main event.
Oh, this will make Emig nervous, that's for sure.
Jeff Emig, the only rider to beat Jeremy McGrath on that Honda machine last year. He did it in his native St. Louis, Missouri area, but Emig is holding on for dear life here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Makes a little mistake there. It's good.
Boy, got a lot of wheel spin out of that corner.
Well, he had to go so much to the inside to protect his line. He didn't get a good exit out of the corner. This is where Jeremy's been fast.
What a battle! Jeremy McGrath takes this first lead of the season. Jeremy McGrath is going to have to hold on, though, as Jeff Emig's to the inside. Emig doesn't smash him. Clean pass, clean corner, and Jeremy McGrath is in the lead. Emig, though, not willing to give up. Tries to block passing on the final turn before the finish line jump. Let's get out of Marty Reed.
Wyatt Seals, it took your boy 3 races to figure out that Suzuki.
Well, yeah, you're right, but it seems to be going good right now. Emig's not going to give up for a while if he gives up at all. So, I mean, Jeremy's got to stay in it, that's for sure.
You nervous?
The nerves are going a little bit now, for sure.
He's cranking. We got to let him get back to work.
Okay, Marty. McGrath with his first Supercross finish ever in the first race this year. Only had this Suzuki a few days. Actually, he got the race bike on Friday before the Saturday night race in Los Angeles. A 15th place. He retrieved a 3rd then in the next race at Los Angeles Coliseum. So more time on the bike, getting it adjusted the way he wants it, obviously is paying off here in Phoenix. Back to Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona, outside of Phoenix. McGrath, Emig, Albertine, and Ward are top 3 riders, as this main event has been a crackerjack.
That section right there that Jeremy just went through, he's been faster than everybody there all night. Just starting to open it up. Pretty much the same everywhere else on the racetrack as Emig, but that one section, he keeps opening it up.
Emig, if Jeremy McGrath should make a mistake, it's right there. Jeremy McGrath spun out in that sand, and Emig is now in first place with Albertine in second and Jeremy McGrath in third with Larry Ward in fourth.
Well, he was happy a moment ago. There's DeCoster, concerned.
Just as we said, if Jeremy McGrath makes a mistake, Emig is right there ready, playing it cool in second place. And now Emig is trying to take away with a lead.
Oh, what a breath of fresh air for both Albertine and Emig. That it looked like Jeremy was going to run away with this. This is going to be tough for Jeremy now. He's already passed these guys once. They already know where he's quick on the racetrack. They'll probably make that adjustment, and it'll be a lot tougher for him to get around again.
As they go into the triple, Jeff Emig looking smooth, Albertine, and then number 1, Jeremy McGrath. I have a feeling we're still going to have a barn burner here.
Well, anytime you look back and see Jeremy with the kind of career that he's had, no matter what's gone on in the race, if you look over your shoulder and see that number 1 plate coming, you're nervous. You got to protect your line. He's dangerous.
And look at this. The battle is on between Suzuki's for second place and Jeremy McGrath, a nice inside pass. Albertine breaks early. And Jeremy McGrath has got a little bit of space now to pick up on number 3, your leader. So Emig has a horrendous lead.
The best.
Jeff Emig takes round number 3.
McGrath's ill-fated Suzuki campaign was the only championship he didn't win from 1993 through 2000, with Emig going on to win his sole Supercross title. 10 years ago, another legend-in-the-making moment came in 2015. The final race to be held in Phoenix.
This is the battle, though. Both weeks in qualifying practice.
Eli Tomac trying to put himself in the record books. He could become the 58th different rider to win in the premier class.
Check out this pass right here, okay? Tomac all over Roczen. Scrubs the
29-year-old German who has called America home for so long. The father of 2. Kickstart Kenny wins! In Arizona, he's done it again!
Roczen took the wildly popular win at last season's Glendale Round, the 22nd of his career. Tomac took his first victory since last year, just 2 weeks ago in San Diego, his 53rd. These were, of course, the most recent victory for each of these two veterans and longtime rivals, but hopefully not the last for either. We have been privileged to watch these two legends of the sport. Kenny's win last season notwithstanding, Eli has been the dominant racer in Glendale. Winning 4 of 8 in State Farm Stadium, with 2nd, 3rd, and 2 4th-place finishes in 4 rounds he didn't win. Could tip the scales back the other way. Now going into its 7th season, the Triple Crown format has primarily been dominated by just 2 riders, Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb. Combined, Star Yamaha teammates have won 12 of the 17 Triple Crown races held, starting in 2018. Webb has won 2 of the last 5 Triple Crown overalls, and Tomac is taking nearly 1/3 of all the individual races. Jett, meanwhile, still has some gremlins to squash from his Triple Crown history. In his 7 career Triple Crown starts, 4 in 250s and 3 in 450s, he's had crashes in 8 of the individual races. He did, however, win all 3 at last year's Indianapolis Triple Crown. This early, the season could play out any number of ways. But one thing is certain heading into Glendale. The boys still have their work cut out for them. And hey, if you like this video, please like this video. Maybe we'll tap the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you know how to type. Meanwhile, thanks for watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I've never gotten a Supercross championship, but I don't know. I'm working on it. You know, I'm very comfortable right now, and who knows?
Well, that's the last question. Are you capable of still winning a 450 Supercross title?
Yes.